Carly?
Ariel, you set a new season high today with 30 points. You set your career high of 36 points also against Las Vegas. So just kind of a lighthearted question. Is there something with you against Las Vegas Aces that just kind of allows you to have some offensive movement and some rhythm?
Not necessarily. I think the last time I played them, it was right after I wasn't picked for the Olympic team. So that was just my mindset. And I think tonight, just able to kind of get away on some shots. I knew there was going to be a lot of focus on Mill and Angel down low. So I was trying to take advantage of that.
And then just to follow up on that with the post group and both Camilla and Angel, we've just seen that post-to-post action between the two of them work really flawlessly here in the last 2 weeks.
Yeah.
What kind of benefits does that bring you as a guard, knowing that it doesn't all have to fall on you to be a facilitator and you have two bigs down there that can work on the inside game?
All of it doesn't follow me at all. We have 11 roster players, and I think every single person who comes in the game contributes in their own way. Obviously, Camilla and Angel hold a lot of weight down low, and I think it opens up for a lot of us guards. Also, it's exciting because they are willing to pass as bigs as well, so I think that opens up everything for us as guards as a whole.
Go to Brian.
Question for either of you. Camilla, that third quarter, she's getting the ball kind of like pounded toward the post. Just what did you guys see there? Because she just looked like she was just imposing her will.
Just the matchup that Vegas put in that period, we saw that advantage. And I think Camilla has that advantage every night. I mean, obviously she's 6'7", she's so dominant, she's continued to grow and evolve herself as a player. But yeah, she obviously had a matchup down low, and she definitely exploited it and was doing well with that.
Players? Go back to Carly.
We've just seen competitiveness out of this team here over the last, I'd say, like 3 or 4 games where, right after the All-Star break, there was more games that were running away from you guys. Now it's very competitive here at the very end. What is it for you guys that's allowed you guys to stay competitive here at the end of the season and not let opponents run away with games like we saw right out of the All-Star break?
I mean, respectfully, we don't go into any game not wanting to compete. Sometimes it does happen and we have to figure out how to pick ourselves up off the floor some days. Some days we do it better than others. We're still learning as a team. I know some people probably don't like the way that sounds, be it that we're towards the end of the season, but I don't really care. Our goal is to build a foundation for what we want to be and who we want to be. We want to walk out of this season with dignity and knowing that we put our all into this, because who knows what it's going to be like next year. So respectfully, I have to kind of care less about how people feel about the way that we're trying to figure things out, because we're going to keep doing it to the end.
Brian.
Ariel, just had a question about you guys' transition tonight. Thought in the first half you guys got out in transition. Just what were your general thoughts on what you liked and what you saw?
Push the ball, and if the bigs run, hit them. And I also like when our guards run and we can get those trail threes, not trail threes, like wing threes from Rach and Kia. I think we could get more of those for them. I think our bigs are running tonight, and I think we took advantage of it.
Anybody else for players? Thanks.
Thank you.
Coach, I asked the players about Camilla just in that third quarter, the touches that she was getting. She was just really kind of going to work and posing her will. Just what were your thoughts there? Just different ways you guys were able to unlock her.
Yeah, I thought she was. I thought she played with great pace in that second half, and for most of the game, I think that we wanted to get their defense shifted and then attack them. I thought we did that at times. I think that I think the story of the game I think came down to our turnovers. Again, we did about as good a job as you can do collectively on Asia and then on Jackie in the second half. And so, but I thought Camilla played well. She rebounded well, and it's a tough team. I think that Vegas played bigger at times than what they wanted to, and then obviously gave us a good dose of playing small as well. I thought that we adjusted pretty well for most of the game.
We'll stick with Brian and go to Andy.
And I had a quick follow-up in regards to Angel and Michaela and their defensive tandem, defensive activity, the switching that they do. Just what did you like from that tonight with that specific lineup?
Yeah, I think it gives us some versatility, and we were able to mix it up to where we were just in our regular coverages or whether we were switching. So we tried to mix it up a good bit. I thought it was successful for the most part. Other than Jackie getting on a heater in that second quarter, I thought we did a pretty good defensive job against a really good offensive team. So I think today again I think it came down to not being able to take care of the ball. And then we missed shots. We had a lot of open ones we missed. We missed some around the rim, and they were able to capitalize.
Go to Andy, then Carly, then Zachary.
Yeah, Coach, the third quarter has been a troublesome quarter for your team all season. Today was not the case. You guys really came out firing. I thought you were really pounding it into the interior especially. Was that something that you talked about in the locker room, or did you just try to instill some more confidence to give your players the opportunity to do that?
I think I think it was more so the messaging was being poised. I think that coming out of halftime, this game could have went either way. I think that there was opportunity where we could have laid down and kind of just cashed it in, especially the way that we ended that first half. But I thought the mindset was staying locked in and being present and doing whatever it needed to do to get back into the game. And so I thought Camilla and Ariel gave us a great boost, in that third quarter, and then everyone else kind of came along as well. So that's kind of what it was. We need more of that type of approach coming out of the half. So,
Carly and then Zachary.
Coach, just these last 3-4 games, it's just been very competitive out of this team. You're not seeing the runaway games that opponents were able to get right after the All-Star break. One, what does that mean to you to see that foundation that you've preached has started to kind of really get laid and cemented? And two, how does it feel to kind of see that competitiveness still stick here, even though the playoffs are the conversation and there's still games to play, but seasons at an ending point?
Yeah, I think in most situations it's hard to see the moral victory sometimes, but I think that the level of competition, the way that they're continuing to fight, the way that they're continuing to stay together, I think that speaks to one, their professionalism, but two, their trust and belief in what we're doing. And I think that as long as they maintain that and our staff maintains that, I think we're in a good position. We're able to drown out some of the outside noise that may exist. And so I'm very proud that they continue to compete. But I think that we also want to preach that we can't get complacent. Like it's 7 games left, 8 games left, whatever it is. But we got to finish through, and we got to finish strong. And I think that part of being a professional, part of being good at what you do, and amongst the best of what you do is the ability to finish. You have to start what you finish, and for us, we want to end this season on a high note. So it starts with competing.
Zachary.
Hey, Coach. Ariel with a high of 30 points, along with 7 assists, 4 rebounds. Lately, she's just been carrying the team on her shoulders. It seems, just hitting those big shots down the stretch, making big plays. What do you make of her performance tonight and what she's been able to do in these last few games since being free from those minute restrictions?
Yeah, I think that we really struggle when Ariel's not aggressive getting shots up. And so a lot of times it's a unique situation because the more aggressive she is, the better we are. And so it's not always about the makes and the misses. Sometimes it's just about the attempts, because when she's getting the attempts up in the right way, it's still putting pressure on the defense, and it's opening up stuff for other people. And even when she's not hitting, she's also able to command some attention where she's able to get it to other players as well. And so, but she can't be as hesitant or reluctant to shoot. We need her to get shots up, and I think the games that we have won or that we are in have been her higher attempted games, and if they're under double digits, that's when we struggle. And so she's a huge piece to who we are and what we do, and we want her to continue to be aggressive.
Brian.
Coach, you guys were very active getting out in transition tonight. What did you just speak that unlocked that, particularly in the first half?
Yeah, I think we were selective at how we can get out in transition. We have to be smart in how much of a pace we want to play at times, because we have to still be precise at getting things, at orchestrating our offense in the half court. But I thought that there was some opportunities against Vegas where we can get out and we can run. We were able to generate stops, and so I thought we took advantage of it when we could. And I mean, we won almost every aspect of the game today. We won the glass, we won second chance, we won fast break points, we won points in the paint. We had 20 assists on 25 made field goals, so we played pretty well. But again, it's the turnovers that continue to harm us.
Carly.
Just a more personal question around Angel Reese. She moved into top 10 in all-time rebounds for the Sky. She's top 5 for offensive rebounds and also top 10 for defensive rebounds. I know we talk a lot about her facilitation, but we all know what she can do on the glass. To see somebody in their second year break into top 10s and franchise records, I mean, what have you just seen out of what she can do from her rebounding game and how it's grown from the start of the season from when you had her to now?
Yeah, I mean, she's in year 2, and I don't think it's really far-fetched to say that she's one of and on her way to being probably the greatest rebounder in basketball history. And I think that she's just she's relentless. It's a natural instinct that she has, but she also has that fighting spirit that puts her in position and keeps giving her the energy to give those. I think the thing that I'm most proud of is, one of the first conversations that I had with her when I got the job was, I was like, look, we're gonna get your efficiency up. I was like, it may look a little bit different in how you do it. Your offensive rebounds may be down a little bit, but that's because your efficiency is going to be up. But I need your defensive rebounds to stay the same, or get better. And so I think that she's made a really conscious effort to be a force on the defensive glass, because you already know what she can give you on the offensive glass, and so I think that those things have come to fruition, and she's she's finding herself more and more into who she is, who she needs to be, and who she still can be moving forward.
We'll close out with Andy.
Hey Tyler, when it comes to this point in the season, we hear a lot about the schedule and fatigue, and every team's dealing with it. And obviously you come from an NBA background where there's lengthier rosters. I've been talking to a few coaches. I'm just curious what, from a coach's perspective, the need is for roster expansion in the W.
I think that I think the schedule could be more conducive to the health of the players, for one. But I've also, with the expansion, I think that, yes, from an injury standpoint, but also from a player development standpoint, there's already limited time to develop young players, and the expectation put on them is so great in such a short period of time that it's really unfair to the player. And I think that with expanded rosters, especially now with team expansion coming, there's more of a need and a necessity for intricate player development plans and systems and resources, because more of these young players that are going to get opportunities have to have some sort of room and grace and time to develop into professional basketball players. And so I think that roster expansion could and should help that, and just give teams more flexibility to be able to develop. And now you can kind of manage the flow of the season a little bit more, to where you don't have to search for someone that's just at home waiting for an opportunity. You have them in your system, working out with your team, with your coaches, and getting that experience. And now it's more of a plug and play type of system as opposed to the constant 7 days and things like that. So.
Thanks, everyone.